Hey everyone, RayArch here, and today we're gonna learn how to beat the Experience Cavern using only two styles. This is very similar to the video Scher made. I'll link his video in the description below, but his video was using an SS style. Specifically, it was the Chrismas Monika. For now, we're gonna find out if we can do the same thing using only an S style. So if you're like me, who didn't get lucky with the rolls on getting a decent, hard-hitting style with Pierce type of attack, and no Monika, this version of Monika doesn't count. Um, you can look into other options like Henri. So what makes Henri very strong is his abilities. He has two decently strong abilities against monsters that are weak to pierce damage, and that's Fired Up 2 and Weak Point Focus 2. What this means is if your enemy is weak to pierce, Henri is probably just as good as other SS styles that do pierce damage. If it's an enemy that is not weak to pierce, probably you don't want to use Henri. So I trained him to a pretty high style level, just because I didn't want to grind for the fake Robin or didn't want to keep re-rolling for a strong pierce style. Um, and he gets the job done. So let's show that right now. So everything I've used is very similar to the one Scher did. Same formation, similar items, and we're gonna try and get the Monster Training Cave level 10. Alright, we're gonna use this one. And the strategy is the same. You want to have SS Rogue with the Shadow Chains, and you also want to have um, a Pure Style with a very powerful skill. So this is Mega Thrust, it's an SS, and I've only awakened it once. I think once is already enough since you can cast it twice at the end. So you just want to make sure you control these knuckle and until you want to repeat this for the first two rounds, and you want to have as much BP and also have overdrive unlocked by the third round. So these three people, they're not really doing much, and so we did good by paralyzing him on the first run. Let's see if we can paralyze the other guy. Okay, just rinse and repeat. We don't even need to worry about them. So a tip for this to work is you want to make sure you have high level in your rapier mastery, or in general almost all your masteries. You want to make sure it's pretty high level to maximize that overdrive damage. And that's pretty much it. Stunning the second round is also straightforward. Let's just wait and see. So in terms of damage, we have here on the window like a sorted list of different styles that do pierce. I excluded the gun types because we don't have them on the English version yet. And let me just play this real quick. So you want to use racking on the second one because you want to stun. The Juggernaut does not have stun resist, so it's this blue thing right here. Then you just want to spam that. Now we have this list sorted out to see who are the strong dex type styles. And obviously it'll be dominated by a lot of SS. And the one that is the strongest right now is the Chrismas version of Monika. This one can reach a maximum dex value in the Japanese version of 204. Or sorry, 202. Let me run this again. And other styles that come pretty close to that are in the English version, I think we have Fat Robin. So he's also pretty good. I think he has Fired Up 3 and he also has Hardy Wallop 3. I'm not sure if that's the right name, but that's the one that increases damage when you have full health. But I don't want to rely on that too much. I mean, you can't always guarantee that every time you run the monster cave, you start the third round full health, right? So for me, I just consider the fake Robin to have the fired up 3. Okay, I'm still not done with the Juggernaut. So far, so good. We're not taking any hits. Uh, yeah, let's just save all of these people. So the more that's alive by the third round, the better. But even if your 3 guys die, that's okay. It's still beatable. Now, other than the fake Robin, there's also Mikhail. He's also pretty good. He has fired up 4. And both the fake Robin and Mikhail have SS skills. So they're just as good as Henri for taking this down. Now, moving down from that, there is Monika. There is an S-style Monika, but this version does not have any damage abilities. So it's basically not that good. So you don't want to rely on that. There's also the Monika everyone gets for free. Also, this one doesn't have any damage dealing ability, so it's no good. Don't want to rely on that. Then finally, we have Henri. So this is the style with very powerful passives for taking down enemies like this guy who is weak to pierce. Just watch how much damage he will do. I think Chrismas Monika was able to do 16,000 plus. Let's see how much Henri can do. Alright, so he's gonna go second. Yeah, let's see. 16,000. 16.9 thousand. That's almost, I think, that's just as much as Chrismas Monika. So I'm not sure if I just got lucky with the RNG there, or maybe if I got a bit of a better weapon, or maybe my skill, what do you call that? Skill rank is higher. But anything above 15, 14, maybe even 13 is already enough. So 16, that's already a bit overkill. As long as you can last 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds against this guy, you'll be fine. He's not that hard. And you just have to repeat that. I don't even know. Maybe we can already kill it with cutting lunge. Let's see if we need to have another round. I'll just set it on auto. So if you don't have a very powerful SS style for pierce damage, and you do have Henri, I recommend you use him, at least for now. Obviously in the future there will become better styles. But for now, Henri can do the job, and sometimes that's all you need. What else? So my Henri is at level 49. You don't need to bring it that high. I'm just doing this out of just because I'm curious. So you can even stop at level 38. You can still do maybe 15, 14,000 damage with overdrive. So you don't need to worry so much about it. In terms of items, Henri is fully kitted, so he has a Dex Rapier, he's got the Hydra Leather, and you don't really need this Hydra Leather, it's more of a survivability thing, because if you have Armor Vest, you get the same amount of Dexterity. So if you don't have Hydra Leather, at least have Armor Vest, don't go for anything else. In terms of gear, it's Budogi just because it adds, I think, 1 Dexterity point. Yeah. And then for accessory, I'm using the Ring of Heroism. This adds Dex and Strength, but you don't really need the Strength because you're a Dex type style anyway. There's also the Nail Amulet. If you don't have that, it does the same thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know if this was helpful. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Leave a like if you think this is good and you'd want to have this other people aware of this strategy as well. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys and have a good one.